Brian Powell of Iron Run Far here with Clare Gallagher before the 2019 Western States 100. How are you, Clare?
I'm great. Thanks, Brian.
Thanks for bringing the Arctic weather.
Yeah.
Actually, the Arctic front just passed through.
It just passed through. It'll be gone by Saturday.
So you did just return from the Arctic National Wildlife Refuge, correct?
Yep, exactly. So northern Alaska, literally in the Arctic Circle.
Yeah, like the top of Alaska.
Yeah.
That was unplanned. That was not part of your Western States prep.
No, it was not. Exactly a month ago, I got a text from Tommy Caldwell and was like, do you want to come up to the Arctic? And honestly, it's just one of those trips where I couldn't turn down to learn from like the native community up there, the Gwich'in, about how climate change is impacting their hunting and subsistence lifestyle. And then to be in the Arctic Refuge was just like truly life-changing. Like,
yeah.
There are no trails up there. And Luke Nelson, a beloved ultra runner, gave me my first lesson in gratitude training.
Oh, yes?
Which is like traveling an off trail that's heinous and miserable, super hard.
Yeah.
He had 60-pound packs on and yada, yada, yada. And he's like, you're going to be so grateful for the Western States Trail after this.
There's a little less boggy tussock up here.
Yeah, exactly. A little less loose, like life-crushing boulders. Yeah. So,
there's no raging rivers to jump across with heavy packs or anything like that.
Right.
So you're tapered in sense of running.
Very much so. Very much so.
But how was your training and prep earlier this year?
Yeah, prior to that, honestly, this is I'm really psyched. I have not over raced this year, unlike last year.
Have you done anything other than win way too cool?
I ran a 21 miler at Luke Nelson's race, Scout Mountain, and then I ran across Joshua Tree, so that was like a 37-mile run, but in hot weather, which was good. But other than that, no. I pulled out of Lake Sonoma because I had some little injuries I didn't want to push.
Yeah, but those injuries are all...
Yeah. We're going to find out very quickly on Saturday how, a few things that I think, like, being in snow for 2 weeks kind of aggravated. But on the whole, I went into Alaska feeling extremely fit, and I'm coming out feeling more or less the same. Yeah.
And, I mean, you were doing a lot of trekking, basically, around. So, long days, but not high intensity.
Correct,
right?
Yeah.
So, like...
Zone 1. Yeah.
But, like, you could actually be more
Yeah, in a way. The whole, 24 hours of lightness.
How was sleeping in that?
Yeah, it definitely makes you feel a little bit, psychotic after a few weeks.
And you're an energetic person to begin with.
Yeah, I know. It's like adding,
Fuel to the fire.
Yeah. But I've been resting this week, and I'm just so excited to be here. It's such a privilege, to run with these shredder people, especially the women. A lot of the women I hope to be running with are close friends that, I don't get to see that often. And
so it will be fun no matter what.
Yeah. And it's a problem if I'm not having fun, then I need to fix my attitude.
At least for a long portion of the race.
Yeah. At least for the first, 4 miles. No, just kidding.
I hope you're having fun come the escarpment.
Yeah.
If not, maybe there's a problem. So you were here in 2017 and actually had a really good race until it wasn't.
It's obscene to tell this story to people that...
Well, we're a good audience for obscene story.
I was in third at mile 89, running well, pretty solid, right? And then by mile 90, I DNF'd at mile 93. Full on. I crawled for a lot. It took me 4 hours to get from 89 to 93, if I remember correctly. So everything just fell apart.
Yeah.
And I ended up, just developing a Baker cyst behind my knee, and it was a relatively benign injury, all things concerned.
Yeah, but at the time, it was...
Yeah, it was not.
Life-ruining.
Right, truly. And so... My goal is to make it 94 miles on Saturday.
Okay, you are the only person towing the line of Western States with the goal of running 94 miles.
Because Because I think if I make it there, then I have to finish. Because at this point, I've had 2 years.
Most people would say if you get to
dwell.
89, with like, you had a little bit of time until the cutoffs.
Yeah, exactly. That you should be fine.
But it was not an option that year.
Yeah, it was not an option.
And it's not like you. So, looking back, you've had experience running a good race at Western States. You know how to do it.
Yeah.
Even if you DNF'd it. Like, it's not like you were having trouble at mile 30 or 35 and like just totally
right. Yeah, that's
screwed
actually
up.
a good point.
Like,
I kind of forget about
you kind of nailed like 90% of Western, and you didn't blow up in the sense of like you would an epic bonk that was your fault or something.
Right.
Some puking or whatever because you screwed up.
Totally.
No.
Yeah, I got the whole point of like you have to be somewhat fresh at Forest Hill. But I'm going to take that a little bit more seriously this year and not push like the canyons too.
And how are you going to do that? Because you have a lot of friends, but you also have a lot of really strong women, and you're probably going to want to race.
Totally. Yeah.
So how do you, Claire, deal with?
Well, honestly, I kind of have this like Arctic Zen vibe right now, and I feel like that'll help me not go crazy fast off the start line like I usually do. Yeah. And truly try and enjoy the first half, more or less, and capitalize on my lack of heat training.
Well, you brought the Arctic weather. It's all good.
Yeah. I just don't. I'm trying to be smart, not go all out in the first 30 miles.
Nice.
But that's a lot easier talking to you right now.
We can talk. We can talk at 30 miles. We can have a little refresher course.
Yeah.
Claire, Arctic Zen.
Right.
Arctic Zen. I want to find a Sharpie and just put that on your hand or your forearm or something.
Totally. I'm just like also not worried that I'm going to be going out too fast because I don't feel like super sharp. I just don't think it's going to be a risk.
Ready for that camera to go down again. Wow, that's good. I mean, like, there's a lot of positives to come out of, stepping into a really awesome situation with a trip to the Arctic and not being 100% focused for that last little bit.
Right.
Where if you were like feeling really sharp, like, just end up gunning it up the escarpment, feeling really easy.
Right. Exactly. And just thinking about like bigger pictures is always a good thing for me to do. And the races I've done well, I've always been thinking about, like a bigger picture and thinking about like the plight of climate change in the Arctic. Well, I would hope like,
that is
like bring me back down to earth in a way.
Yeah. Well, the thing about that, I was up there going up the escarpment today, and there's these internal combustion engine cats grooming the snow. I'm like, why can't they switch over to electric cats here?
Yeah.
Provide a good example.
Squaw actually, I think gets a decent amount of its energy from renewable energy. I think they're a partner with Protect Their Winners. I'm not 100% sure about that. But
all right, well, we're going to look into this.
Yeah.
And if we have a chance to talk after the race, we can figure that out.
Exactly.
All right, Claire. Good luck. Have fun out there.
Thank you.
Thank you. Let's just roll with it. All right.